Alright, just...
Hey yo, what's up? I'm Ryan Omega from Phlegmicide. I play guitars and do vocals for the band.
I'm Kabir. I play drums for the band. It started in January last year. The same time I think Suffocation played in India.
Yeah. Is Suffocation one of your influences?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
This one's called Tyrannical Slaughter.
I'm Nima. I'm the frontman of Toerag, and he's the bassist Furba.
I'm bassist.
And
He's guitarist.
he's guitarist Sovin, and he's Awas, the drummer. He started in 2019 August.
1st of August.
1st of August. Yeah.
First week of August.
So you're pretty new.
Yeah, we are just young.
Yeah.
We're a young band.
So we're Konflicts from Sikkim, India. I do vocals and electronics in the band.
And his name is Furba.
Yeah.
Yenden Sherpa. I am Chaman Singh. I play the guitars.
3-4 months back.
Seriously?
I'm
Yeah.
sure it was.
No, like actually it was my side project. I was doing that stuff by myself. So like I just brought him along because I needed someone so I can
It's probably
perform
been
live.
what 7,
months.
8 months.
7-8 months. But as a band, like officially together, we're just playing for 3-4 months.
3-4 months. Yes.
Okay, I'm Sumit Lamsal and I play the guitar on Krur.
And I'm Rosa Podil. I play drums for Krur.
So we started back in 2018. So along with him, me and our vocalist Astha, and we used to have a bassist Akrit, but he is not with us anymore. So that's how we start.
I'm Sonaksh, I'm the vocalist.
Yeah, I'm Sudarshan, I play guitars.
I'm Nithin, I play the guitars.
My name's Vijit and I fucking kick ass and I also play drums.
Cool.
We're Regicide. We started playing old school death metal. I think we started in January 2017. Yeah, so no, 2017. Yeah, so it's been about 3 years since we've been doing what we've been doing.
The next one is called Taste Vengeance.
for me, I think it's always been about grindcore and hardcore and crust punk and all of that. And before that, I would say there have been a few Indian bands that have influenced me a lot. Like before I knew any metal or anything, there was this band called Pin Drop Violence, and I used to be into games and all. And there used to be this magazine called Digit, and they used to have music on that as well. On one episode, there was on one CD, like they used to give free CDs with the magazine. On one CD, there was this like special focus on Indian music. It was Indian metal, and I had never heard metal that time. And for the first time, I heard Pin Drop Violence. It was like an Indian hardcore metal kind of band. And I first heard that, I was like, whoa. And that had,
Gateway, no?
Yeah, that was like a gateway. And that has like pretty much like, like made the foundation for what I play today with Phlegmicide.
Yeah, for me, I think it started with black metal somehow. In 2014, when I made my solo project and formed into something which was so extreme that I couldn't describe it at one point. Like, I mean, I have heard a lot of noisy stuff, but I would say I've heard a lot of Nepal Death, Terrorism and Repulsion, but I never described the grind sound as what I know now. So like, this guy has a lot of contribution towards that because he introduced me to the main stuff and a lot of things. I'm more of a brutal death metal guy and an OSDM guy. So my influences mainly come from bands like Gatekeeper, Biased from Denmark, and a lot of fucking Japanese brutal death metal bands.
Our influences are all the bands. I will not
especially Inner Terrestrial.
Ska.
Yeah. Disadvantages.
Minor Threats.
From Australia, Minor Threat. Yeah, just that sort of band. Yes. But mainly we got inspired from Inner Terrestrial.
From the local bands also like
MC
Prasna, Youth Unite, the Dolties over there. They are going to play like that band, local bands.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Quite dynamic actually, because if you look into just the ambient section, you could derive our influences from almost like everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. I mean, from jazz to lo-fi to ska punk to hardcore to anything and everything.
Maybe like of the samples we also use, it's like what I recorded mostly when I'm moving around, like people speaking. So I just take the samples on my phone, take it back home, put it on my laptop, treat it. It's like I feel that's more like adds an organic element to it. It's not just like random samples, but it may not like make sense to others. For us, it makes sense.
Bands like Suffocation, Severe Torture, Veracity. Yeah, mostly death metal bands, as well as some black and death grindcore bands as well.
Yeah, Bill Figure, Misery Index.
Yeah, we are trying to incorporate different sorts of metal music to come with something new. So that's why we are pretty much influenced by a lot of different bands, different genres.
In our way, in our patterns.
Yeah.
I'd say our primary influence, like the foundation on which we lay all this, is Gold Thrower. That's the band that started everything for us, and the EP that we released last year, it's called As Skin Turns to Flesh. So the songs on that EP are really influenced by bands like Gold Thrower, Cancer, Massacre, and Napalm Death and stuff like that. Benediction, the greats.
Cool.
It's more of like societal restrictions, I would say, in one way or the other, because the kind of scene that we come from, I'm not going to put it in the cliche and typical way that every Indian talks about in the interviews, but it's something which we have faced a lot. Like it has nothing to do with the appearance that we go for, but it somehow resonates with the sound that we live for, and extremity doesn't exist in places where there's a lot of complications related to issues like religion and shit like that. So I would say, coming from a middle class background, we've always faced financial issues, of course, because there's no support to like keep the band alive. And at the end of the day, we just have to do it DIY, just like how punk survives everywhere. So yeah, we are the only band which is surviving in the northern side of India and just pushing the extreme to its boundaries.
We have faced a lot of difficulties, from the society. We play too loud, yeah, and they scold us from society, and we have a current jamming room over near Bazaar right now, but
Actually, it's hard to find a jam room, a proper jam room for our band to carry on jamming sessions. So that's sort of
basically
difficult challenge we are facing from the beginning.
Oh, that's a big question. Yeah, because we face a lot of difficulties while playing death metal in here in Nepal. Because the scene is so small and the supporters are less. Not much people listen to this genre and not much of people understands this. And if people do not understand this, why would they support us? And we move with more support. Less support would sound better. Yeah, less support, less organizers here. Organizers are here, so they are very less geek.
So playing metal is actually a struggle for all musicians in Nepal, because the first thing that comes when you say metal is money. Like you will certainly not get any money from playing shows and stuff. So you have to work for money. And then invest that money, some money that comes from there in the band. Like the instruments and practice and stuff. So it's pretty much struggle, but it's purely love for the music that drives us to continue this work.
It's our passion.
Yeah, passion and love for the music.
Yeah, which is keeping us alive.
Yeah.
And the band also. The scene, the supporters, the organizers, everyone. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Let's get the questions. Luckily I can edit this stuff, so it's okay. That's kind of answered that one. I'll ask it in any way. No. Okay, yeah, that's this one.
And I think there are only struggles. That's all we face.
It's mostly struggles, and in between we have a couple of shows, an EP release, things like that.
When you get back on.
Yeah, but to be particular, I think so. In India, it's very common for you to live with your parents. It's not how it is outside, where when you turn 18 or 20 you move out. It's very common for us to get a great paying job and still stay at home with our parents. So I think some parents, I wouldn't say all of us, but yeah, our parents are incredibly supportive, so we're happy about that. But yeah, parents
in general, it's a little bit more orthodox.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
They're not accustomed to the growling and screaming that usually comes along with death metal. So that's what, maybe that's why the parents, they're apprehensive toward the music.
Yeah.
I think the point he's trying to make is that parents in India usually wouldn't be very comfortable with their kids screaming and calling that music.
Yeah.
They'll probably take me to a psychiatrist.
I don't think there are many venues in India, especially in Delhi. There's this one guy, Shashank, who has inspired us a lot and pushed us to do our stuff. He used to be the vocalist of Undying, a fucking phenomenal band from the country, and he has helped us out, especially me as a person. He has pushed me a lot to do it, and I would say he is the only person responsible for bringing the scene back to life in Delhi. And I don't really think if he wasn't there, there would be any venue for us to play. He's just the one who's curating stuff and letting us play, because there are a shit ton of people who are fucking trying to make money off of us, especially just because we have something different to offer, more than what mainstream metal has to offer to Delhi. So yeah, heads up to that guy, for sure. Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
Over here, that one I think three.
We
In
have
this
played-
city. In this city.
We have played 3 times in this venue
In this
and
venue.
so
And we have
and once
gone-
at Buzz Bob and Restaurant.
Last time
It's
we went
situated
to
near
India
the
also,
Banson.
India, Sikkim, Gangtok, with Jennifer Lawrence and Unagi.
He's from Jennifer Lawrence.
He also played from Unagi.
Yeah, it affects us in a good way and some bad ways also, because when people come to get to know that Krur has a lady vocalist, but they only see her in the band. We don't have any we don't have any spaces over there.
So basically, it's quite a good thing to have, a lady vocalist, because I don't think any metal bands in Nepal right now have female vocalist. So, but it comes with some restrictions as well, like being a girl, there would be some restrictions for her. So
by her parents,
from
from
society and stuff,
and
so,
many things.
So it's cool actually, like
cool.
we are doing our thing our own way. It hasn't affected us in any way right till now. So
She has been giving so much of inputs in the band. It has been affecting us in a very good manner.
Alright, cool.
As of now, it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us. No
Just
one
the
does
two of
this
us.
kind of stuff back home, so it's just us. So like after we are like performing like quite a few shows, like people come and approach us, like like even they listen to the same stuff we listen to. So now it's like slowly building. It's like back home, no one used to listen to our stuff, so we had couple of people from Nepal, like come and like listen to our stuff. That's why they invited us here. So it's like slowly growing. But back home, it's just us.
Okay, in our area in particular, so we are from Bangalore, India. So I'd say Bangalore has the best metal scene in India, within India at least. So the Bangalore Open Air Festival happens there annually, and we have a lot of pub gigs going on pretty often. We have a shortage of venues now, but in its heyday, it was something big.
But regardless, most of the bands, they come down to Bangalore to play.
Yeah,
Like, be it national or international acts,
Yeah.
Bangalore's the place where they come to play. So
If
it's
I
like
had to put it simply, Bangalore, India is like the
Metal
Richmond,
capital.
Virginia of India.
It's like
It's
a metal
there, but
capital
then-
of India.
Oh, metal's like really big in the northeast also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The northeast, but it's also really far from where we stay.
Yeah.
In Bangalore, so it's
So
usually not
not-
very accessible. The bands that play there are not accessible.
The Northeast has more DIY scenes, kind of like you guys would see over here. They have a lot of grindcore and punk and a lot of slam, brutal death metal, stuff like that. In Bangalore, you have a mix of everything. You have some great traditional heavy metal. You have a lot of death
Thrash
metal,
metal,
thrash metal.
Progressive.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
pretty
have
much
everything basically. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I love the scene.
It's
I love
pretty
the scene.
amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
Is it really big?
Yeah. I want to play it as I
Not so big, but
Until I
our
die.
community is small, but also we kill it.
Small but dedicated.
Yeah.
Because it is so hard for everybody to struggle for the sake of money, for the sake of bands. It is very hard here to manage all these things.
the people simply don't like to struggle for the rest of their life, So, like playing metal music is a struggle for as long as you continue it. So people basically try to do something, try to continue the band for some time, and then they get fed up and start doing their own thing, like studies, jobs, career and stuff. So they just leave the band and then get shifted over there. But like
Playing till next 5
5
years.
years would be pretty much awesome for us.
Yeah. That's the dream.
Do we have fans at all? I mean, rock stars have fans.
What was the question again?
Yeah, I mean, I got carried away.
What was the question again?
The question was, do you have anything to say to your fans or people watching this video?
No noise, no life.
No noise, no life.
Cool. Thanks for talking to me, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you, Michael.
Guys, want to take it chronologically?
Why don't you begin?
Okay, nothing much. Just enjoy good music. If you love making good music, just go for it. You don't have to listen to anybody else. That's about it from my side, I guess.
Yeah. I'd like to say to the metal community especially, don't limit your music taste. Don't look down on bands. You know, listen to what you like. If it sounds good, don't second guess it.
Just go with it.
Yeah, just go with what you like, and don't call someone else a pussy for listening to something that you don't. Yeah, I guess that's what I would say.
I don't know, have fun, wear clean underwear, change your underwear, socks every day, and
Comb your beard, it looks nice.
do whatever
But
you
that's
want
only
and
for
have
the
fun.
males.
Alright, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for interviewing
Great.
us.
Cheers.
Yeah, keep supporting.
Supporting metal music.
Metal music, every local bands, you know. Yeah, every band is struggling, every band is working their asses off. So just support them, you know,
everyone.
come to their shows, buy their merchandise and stuff, you know. Support the organizers as well, they are also struggling.
Working their asses off.
Yeah, investing money.
to put a small gig.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just support them because, you know, like we can see the sayings like, you know, every big band was once a local band or something, you know. So like if you don't support local band, then there won't be any, you know, big bands after 10 years, 15 years. So come to the local show, support the local band, support local music. Try to listen to the music first, you know.
Yeah.
What the band is doing, what they are trying to do,
What
understand
are their
that.
contents?
Yeah.
How are they playing? How are their riffs like? How are their drumming like? Look at it, everything. Look at everything.
Rather than just, you know, seeing the poster, you know, seeing the photos and stuff. you know.
Passing judgments.
Yeah.
Yeah. See their struggle, the real struggle. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks for talking to me, guys.
Yeah, thanks to you for having us. Yeah,
thank you
No worries, dudes. Keep it real.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Alright.
Thanks for talking to me, man.
Thanks. Thank you, Michael.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice
Thanks,
time.
man. Peace out.
Peace.
Alright, cool. Thanks for talking to me, guys. That was entertaining.
It's an honor.
Cheers, dudes.
सही है
Nice.